Hey guys, welcome to Split. This is a short video, a very niche video for those of you who have PS5s. Now, if you own one of these bad boys, if you're fortunate to have grabbed one, during the old hullabaloo, although they are getting, available now, but if you do have one, you're gonna realize that 1 terabyte isn't really 1 terabyte. You can only access about 667 gig of actual storage space you can use for games. And that's quickly gonna run out, especially when you install a few AAA titles. This short video explains how you can expand your expansion options and what works and what doesn't. Let's get it. So, like I said, you're gonna run out of space very quickly, and you have two options. Like your PS4, you can attach an external SSD. Yes, you can attach an external SSD, but unlike the PS4, you can only keep your games in cold storage on a specified SSD. That means you can't play from your external hard drive. But you can move them quickly to your internal SSD, which is faster than trying to re-download it all over again. So that's one option, but you can't play from the external, keep that in mind. To be able to store and play from an external SSD, the PS5 does have access to expansion slot inside. To do this, you gotta buy something called an NVMe M.2 SSD. Try saying that 5 times fast. And it has to be a PCIe Gen 4, minimum read speed of at least 5,500 megabits per second. Spacing will be anywhere between 250 gigabits all the way to 4 terabytes. Anything within these specs, you should be fine. This is not a video to compare the different speeds of the various brands that are out there. Some are better than some in terms of speed, I must confess, but I will probably do a separate video. I'll leave a link where you can check comparisons. But this video just sort of walks you through how to install a compatible SSD into your PlayStation 5 so you're able to store and play conveniently. So this is the first things you gotta do to install safely. So this is from Adata or Adata, depending on if you're Igbo or where you're from in the world. Sorry, travel joke there. And it's not the cream of the crop, but it'll do well. Again, I'll leave a list in the link below where you can see in terms of performance, but really all you need is the fundamental write speed, which is about 5,400 basic write speed. Anything above that is just extra performance. It is a PS5, I'm pretty sure it'll do fine as long as it works with the fundamental requirements. So let's open this guy up first, or should we open it after? Let's open it. So in there is the actual SSD and the heatsink. You need a heatsink because, it gets hot, the processor. But let's put that aside for a second. So installation. You get your PS5. First thing you want to do is check to make sure you have the latest firmware on the system. And then you unplug all your cables, of course. Leave that in there if you plan, to die. But if you don't plan to die, unplug everything. And then turn the CD port facing away from you on your left. And then you're gonna grab the bottom right. You're gonna pull up and to the side a bit, and that's it. It's gonna come off real easy. Remember how you did that? Because you're gonna have to put that back. So this is where your expansion slot sits, and it is protected by a Phillips screw. Turn to open up the hatch that's protecting the area for the expansion slots. Take out the screw, put that aside, and that's it. So that reveals your expansion slots. So you see the different sizes here in terms of length. There's 30, 42, 60, 80. I think the max screw is at 110. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the SSD. This is my first time doing this, so if I blow it up, we're gonna do it together. And I will take out the screw. There it is. Also be careful not to let the screw fall into your PlayStation. Okay, so this is gonna slide in here. As you can see, the tips fit in. You gotta push it till the hole is perfectly aligned. I'm a bit paranoid because I don't want to break it. See that? So we're gonna take the heatsink. So I'm gonna peel this off. And then we are gonna attach the heatsink so that it's perfectly synced with the hole. Ah, makes sense now. So that block stops the heatsink from moving forward when this goes in. And that's it, Bob's your uncle. So that's in there. Moment of truth. Let's see if we blow up the PlayStation. So this goes back in. I think slide the bottom in first. And lock in the top. Okay, same way you took the machine off. And for reference, if you're lost, there's the two holes here and the two holes here. These two holes go in these two holes. You flip it back so that the tip is facing, the CD rack is facing that way. And if you look at these edges, right? They slide into these grooves. So put them back a bit and slide forward. That's it, piece of cake. So now we're gonna go plug this in and make sure we didn't spoil the PS5, which is gonna be a problem. And then we'll see if we've changed sizes, because this is a 1 terabyte expansion, so I should have over a terabyte. Okay, so hopefully you put it in correctly and you didn't blow up the machine. When you turn on your PlayStation, this is the message you should get, basically asking you to format your M.2 SSD. And we're going to say yes. Okay, so that takes less than 30 seconds actually. The read speed is as follows. So it gives you the details of the SSD you've put in. The read speed is well above what the minimum requirement is, which is about 5,400 megabytes per second. This is over 6,000, which is good. So we click OK, it's been formatted, we built your database, and Bob's your uncle, or Shaboom, depending on where you live. So let's go see if it changes. So by default, your machine has about 660, 87 meg, I forget. But you know, the OS is taking up most of the terabyte, so you're not gonna get a terabyte of space. But now that we've put in this space and we go to storage, so you still have your 667.2 gigabytes, which is your system space. I still have quite a bit of space left because I just deleted Call of Duty, which takes a ton of space. But your M.2 storage is also reading. So I actually have 1.02 free space of usable space. And you know, that's a lot of well, not a lot, maybe 8 AAA games or 5, depending on what you're playing. And that's really it. Pretty simple. You have more space, you can store, you can expand. And if you're still like super crazy gamer and you have tons of games you don't want to keep on your online storage, you can still even attach an external drive so you can just move them to cold storage and move them back quickly, because the copy speed is really fast between your external back into your internal drive. And that's my time for this video. Like I said, really niche, really short. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.